Imagine a school with 427 insane rules, where catching a permanent ban from life is just another Tuesday. The entire student body was completely cooked, until Nano walked in and absolutely chose violence. Pantanawitaya School is a living nightmare, a place governed by absolute tyranny. There are 427 rules here, and they aren't just written on paper. They are weaponized to inflict pure, unadulterated terror on every single student. Break a rule, even by accident, and the consequences are brutal. Isolation, physical abuse, and sometimes the punishment is fatal. Because of this, the students are nothing more than walking ghosts. Their eyes are hollow, their faces expressionless, moving through the halls like brainless puppets. The teachers here have stones for hearts, acting less like educators and more like executioners. The atmosphere is so suffocatingly bleak that the entire school feels completely black and white. Color is strictly forbidden, with the sole exception of the principal's blindingly bright pink suit. But into this dead, colorless world steps a new student, Nano. She is vibrant, full of life, and completely unbound by fear. Yet, the moment she crosses the threshold, the world around her falls deathly silent. In the classroom, Nano introduces herself with a bright, genuine smile, but her classmates respond with cold, robotic answers before shutting down completely. In this place, human connection and friendship simply do not exist. Undeterred, Nano takes a seat next to a painfully shy girl and tries to strike up a conversation, but she receives barely a whisper in return. Then chaos strikes. Nano accidentally drops her lipstick. The entire classroom, including the teacher, freezes, staring at the deep crimson tube in absolute shock, as if they are looking at an alien artifact. Sensing the immediate danger, the shy girl quickly scoops up the lipstick and hands it back, allowing Nano to slip it away into her bag. Right on cue, the school's ruthless discipline in charge, Lisa, storms into the room and begins an aggressive, unannounced bag check. When she reaches Nano, the new girl doesn't flinch. She stands her ground, stating calmly that this is a direct violation of her privacy. But Lisa doesn't care. She snatches the bag away and tears it open. The classroom holds its collective breath. Everyone knows that if the lipstick is found, Nano's punishment will be severe. But against all odds, the bag is empty. Nano had already hidden it. It is in this exact moment that Nano's true intentions are revealed. She didn't come to this school to get an education. She came to dismantle their entire corrupt system from the inside out and make every single abuser pay. And she is just getting started. Boldly, right in front of the entire class, Nano pulls out the deep red lipstick and applies it to her lips. The room gasps in horror. Next, she drags the terrified shy girl along with her to the crowded cafeteria. Every eye in the room is locked onto Nano's crimson defiance. The shy girl frantically whispers a warning, telling Nano that this rebellion is suicide. She reveals that just days ago, 2 students vanished into a dark isolation room for far less, and they haven't been seen since. Instead of backing down, Nano bursts into a fit of manic, unsettling laughter. Her outburst instantly catches the attention of the discipline monitor, Lisa, who marches over and snatches the lipstick from her hand. As punishment, Nano is ordered to stand outside under the scorching, merciless sun and memorize all 427 rules. But when the rulebook is thrust into her hands, Nano doesn't tremble. Instead, she opens it up and begins reading the rules out loud, mocking every single one of them, laughing directly in the faces of the watching students and horrified teachers. Then, she pulls out a lighter, strikes a flame, and sets the entire rulebook on fire. Her justification? There isn't a single rule in the book that says you can't burn the book. Furious, the administration throws her into the notorious repentance room. Inside, giant speakers blast all 427 rules on a deafening, non-stop loop, a psychological torture designed to break anyone's sanity. But Nano? She just sits there, laughing, completely unbothered, and eventually falls fast asleep as if she's on a relaxing weekend picnic. The next morning, Nano walks into class wearing a bright green ribbon in her hair. The classroom erupts in a wave of disbelief. Her classmates ask if she learned absolutely nothing from her horrific punishment. Nano just smiles and scoffs, telling them that the repentance room wasn't a torture chamber, it was a party. She pitches a radical idea to the brainwashed students. If everyone breaks the rules together, the school will have no choice but to throw everyone into the room. Lisa decides to escalate the violence. For the crime of the green ribbon and inciting a riot, Nano is subjected to a brutal, blinding light therapy, forced to recite every single rule while high-intensity lamps scorch her vision. But Nano is a force of nature. She cannot be broken by their petty tortures. By the evening session, Nano walks back into the school, but this time, her entire head of hair has been dyed a defiant shade of purple. Seeing her unbreakable spirit and absolute lack of fear, the psychological dam finally breaks. Inspired by her courage, the entire class stands up in unison, joining her defiance. Lisa drags Nano back to the interrogation room, demanding to know her ultimate play. What does she actually want? Nano's response is bone-chillingly simple. She wants to obliterate the rules. She wants to rip down the entire systemic tyranny that treats human lives as disposable. Furious and completely pushed to the edge, Lisa resorts to unimaginable cruelty. She grabs a pair of metal pliers and violently pulls Nano's tongue. But even through the excruciating agony, Nano's mocking laughter refuses to stop. Driven to near madness, a rattled Lisa abandons Nano in the room and retreats to her office, desperately trying to catch her breath. But there is no peace in this school. A new transfer student named Yuri smoothly glides into the office. Yuri knows Nano. They share a dark history from a previous school. Smirking, Yuri lays out an ultimatum. She demands to be appointed as the head inspector, claiming she is the only person alive who knows how to break and control Nano. Yuri warns Lisa that Nano's open rebellion is infectious. The students are already plotting a massive mutiny, and if Lisa doesn't act fast, she will lose control of the school entirely. The next morning, Yuri's warning proves fatal. The administration intercepts a massive group chat detailing a student rebellion. As a swift, brutal retaliation, having successfully betrayed her peers, Yuri wins the administration's absolute trust and is granted unrestricted access to the main office. While snooping through the files, she uncovers an explosive, highly confidential document. Meanwhile, back in the classroom, Nano sits at her desk. Despite her horrific tongue injury, she can mysteriously still speak perfectly fine. Resting on her desk is a mysterious envelope stamped top secret, sealed with a distinctive red ribbon. Nano stares at it, a wicked smile spreading across her face. Moments later, Nano is seen walking through the corridors carrying a heavy stack of propaganda posters. On her way, she crosses paths with Yuri, who is noticeably wearing a matching red ribbon, confirming that the secret package came directly from her. Nano reaches the top floor balcony to paste the posters, but Lisa instantly corners her, demanding to know what she is hiding. With absolute amusement, Nano drops the bombshell. The posters contain hard, undeniable evidence exposing the school's massive financial corruption. Every single year, the government and various NGOs donate millions of dollars to upgrade the student facilities. Yet, not even 5% of that money is ever spent. The classrooms are rotting, the food is borderline toxic, and all that millions of funding goes directly into the pockets of the greedy teachers. Enraged and desperate to cover up the truth, Lisa lunges forward to rip the posters away. As the two violently struggle on the edge, Yuri stands perfectly still in the shadows, calmly recording the entire altercation on her phone. Suddenly, Yuri steps forward, and with a cold, ruthless shove, pushes Nano straight off the balcony. Nano plummets to the ground, dying instantly upon impact. The entire courtyard falls into a horrified, traumatized silence. But Yuri has no remorse. She grabs the remaining posters and hurls them over the railing, letting the dark truth rain down on the students below. As the students devour the documents, the crushing reality hits them. They have been systematically brainwashed, exploited, and robbed by their own educators. To ignite the powder keg, Yuri blasts the recorded video directly to every student's group chat. Edited perfectly, the footage makes it look as though Lisa deliberately murdered Nano to hide the corruption. The illusion is complete. The teachers killed a student to protect their stolen wealth. The students snap. Mutating into a vengeful mob, they hunt down the faculty like wild animals. Lisa is cornered, bound, and brutally beaten, while the remaining teachers are dragged like prisoners into the main hall. Yuri, now standing proudly as the undisputed voice of the revolution, steps forward to address the captive faculty. She announces a new world order. The era of the teacher's torture is over, and the students are writing the rules now. Anyone who dissents will rot in the repentance room. She demands immediate, written confessions from every teacher. Most of the faculty sign out of sheer terror, but Lisa defiantly laughs in their faces and refuses. Losing all control, an enraged student breaks formation, lunges at Lisa, and wraps his hands around her throat. Despite the surrounding students screaming at him to stop, His grip only tightens, suffocating the life out of her until Lisa's body goes completely limp. She is dead. Instant panic sets in. The united front shatters as the boy becomes the new target. Some students demand he be thrown into isolation, while others call for his execution. Suddenly, a deafening silence blankets the room. The principal enters, wielding a loaded gun. With a single weapon and a cold gaze, he commands total authority, neutralizing the chaotic mob in a matter of seconds. The illusion of student power vanishes instantly. The principal frees the captured teachers and turns to the trembling crowd, offering them a chilling ultimatum. Apologize right now and swear absolute, lifelong obedience to the system. If they submit, everything will be washed away, including the brutal murder of Lisa. The students begin to break down. Sizing up the crowd, he singles out Yuri and orders her to step forward. Coldly, the principal pulls out a sharp knife, raising it to execute her right then and there. But before the blade can fall, the impossible happens. Covered in blood, Nano walks back into the room. Her previous death had been catastrophic. When Yuri pushed her from the balcony, she had plummeted directly onto a sharp iron flagpole, impaling her body, tearing her flesh, and leaving her in a pool of blood. Survival should have been scientifically impossible. Yet, drenched in crimson, she stands before them, very much alive. Every single jaw in the room drops in absolute horror. But what happens next shatters their reality completely. She isn't alone. 3 more versions of Nano step out from the shadows. There is the Nano with the brutally mutilated tongue, the Nano wearing the defiant green ribbon, and the original, smiling Nano who first stepped onto the campus. The terrifying truth finally unravels. Every single time the administration thought they were punishing or breaking Nano, a completely new clone was taking her place. She was an unstoppable, multiplying force. In perfect unison, the 4 Nanos slam the massive doors shut, locking the exits and trapping the corrupt faculty inside. The blood-soaked Nano walks straight up to the principal, her eyes drilling into his soul as she commands him to drop the weapon. Refusing to back down, the principal tightens his grip, placing his finger firmly on the trigger to assert dominance. But that is when the students unleash their true weapon, their smartphones. In a flash, dozens of screens light up, instantly broadcasting a live stream to the entire world. The image of an elite school principal pointing a loaded gun at defenseless children is beamed to millions. Realizing his career, his reputation, and his freedom are instantly destroyed, the terrified principal lets the gun slip from his hand. The students immediately lunge forward, seizing the weapon and reclaiming their power. Seeing the tables turn, Yuri tries to slip away and escape the chaos, but Nano cuts her off. Nano knows exactly who pushed her off that balcony, and she has no intention of letting her murderer walk away scot-free. With absolute authority, the Nanos herd Yuri, the principal, and every single corrupt teacher into the notorious repentance room, locking the heavy doors from the outside. As the doors click shut, genuine smiles break across the faces of the students for the very first time. The oppressive shadow over Pantana Wataya School is gone. They have utterly demolished the system of terror that held them captive, finally earning the right to live their lives as normal, happy teenagers. If you want to catch more pulse-pounding stories like this one, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed today's journey, smash that like button and drop a comment below. Until next time, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.